Another great example that you may have seen yourself is when men claim to love their wife, but yet they allow their wife to walk around immodest. Even more so, they allow her to go to the beach with the way that they go to the beach with the bathing suits. Shem Yishmo. The Gemara says there are three types of people. One who finds a fly in his wine cup and throws the entire wine with the fly. That's like Papus ben Yehuda, who was too strict. And some say he was the man that Miriam cheated on and went with Yosef, and from there came Yeshui Anutzri. He was too strict on her. He didn't let her move. She eventually cheated on him, and Yeshu came from that. Another guy sees there's a fly in his wine, takes the fly out, and drinks the wine. Gemara says that's a regular, normal person. Okay, there's a little issue. Take it out and drink the wine. Why waste? Then there's a third person. He sees there's a fly, not just in his wine, in his chulent. In something that's like samich, that's like absorbs and it's like thick. What does he do? Takes the fly out, starts sucking it in. That's good. What? It's new flavor? He says that's a rasha. Now, anyone that thinks that the Gemara is trying to teach us about wine or chulent, obviously doesn't know anything. So let's explain. There's a person like Papus. He went too far with his strictness on his wife. He didn't let her leave the house. He locked her in the house. Can't do that. There's the righteous person. He knows that his wife needs to take care of certain things. She needs to go to the supermarket. If she works, she needs to go to work as long as it's a kosher work environment. No problem. As long as she knows how to handle herself and not be in inappropriate places, having inappropriate conversations with people. No problem. Then there's the guy who lets his wife do whatever she wants. So much so that he even knows, the Gemara says, he's like a guy that his wife goes into the locker room, even though there's guys there. Let's say there's a beach or pool, and there's a time for men, there's a time for women. The time for men is up, and they're leaving, but they have to get dressed. She knows she's there getting dressed. They're already dressed, but they're not finished. They're still there. She already walks in. And her husband knows that she walks in. She doesn't care. And he stays with her. Rashi says that's a zonah. That's a prostitute, this girl. This is not a kosher woman. Who would be with such a woman? Chachamim say this is like a woman that's washing with the other men, as if she's Shem Yishmo, as if she's in a shower together with them. What is this like? Chachamim say this is like a man that lets his wife go to the beach or go to the pool, and there's other men over there, and he doesn't think there's anything wrong with it. Now, if this man actually thought for a second, hold on a second. Let's say, for example, they had a gathering in the house. He brought all his family, his friends. All the guys came over to celebrate, something that happened at work. And all of a sudden, his wife comes out with one of these bathing suits to serve them coffee. A normal husband would say, "What are you doing? I'm going to throw you out of the window if you don't put clothes on. What is going on with you?" She'll say to him, "What's wrong? What? I wore this all day at the beach. I wore this at the beach. What? No, at the beach is okay. Over here it's not okay." How is it over there okay, not okay? Wait, so you tell me around these 20 people, it's not okay to walk around like this. But around 20,000 people, it's okay. You're a shoteh. You're a drunk husband. You're like the guy that ate the fly and sucked it and said, "Oh, it's flavoring." You're that guy. This, Rabotai, this is the mentality that is running rampant in the streets today without people realizing it. People are constantly questioning, why does she want a divorce? Why does he want a divorce? How do they get divorced? How come they won't stay? They have kids together, they have this, they have that. When you act like a lowlife throughout your marriage and throughout your life, and you allow yourself or your spouse or both of you to act like lowlifes, to do things like this, it's only a matter of time before that's going to get to a level where there's no return. The Torah tells us all of these intricate details, not to put us in handcuffs, not to make us miserable, but the opposite. To contain us from losing our mind, to contain us and help us from losing our spouse, losing our family, losing our olam haba. When a woman is modest, she's not only protecting herself from sins, from harm's way, but she's protecting herself from divorce, from Gehenom, from losing her marriage. When a man respects his wife and honors her and makes sure that he buys her all the clothes that he could afford to, that she's going to be modest, and celebrates her beauty in a modest way, and makes sure that he gives her all the confidence in the world to be the modest queen that's only his and no one else's, he's not only going to make her happy, he's going to make himself happy. He's not only protecting the marriage, he's protecting his sanity. He's protecting the mother of his children. When a person listens to the words of the sages, he's not only putting himself on a path to get to the Bet Din of heaven and have a favorable judgment, he's also getting himself away from the path of being a lowlife in the eyes of man and the eyes of God. When a person listens and applies the words of the sages and learns the Torah, the Mishnah, and the Musar without skipping a beat, he's not only educating himself, he's ensuring himself from losing his mind and everything that's important to him. If a person avoids even a single detail of anything that we just said, I think you would all agree he's a lowlife, but by choice. And it's our obligation to help him or her if they would certainly allow us. Thank you very much for learning with us. May Hashem bless each and every single one of you to avoid the path of wrong and get stronger on the path of the righteous. B'ezrat Hashem will learn more